February is zooming and I cannot believe it. How fast is 2026 coming along? Hi everybody, it's Kathy here and I'm playing along with the Paper Funday challenge. Once again, it's that time of the month, and this time for February I am going with a twist using pastels. You could have used Pretty Pink Posh or Lawn Fawn on your cards or projects, but as I said, I'm using the twist pastels. I'm using the brand new kit from Uniquely Creative from December, and it is I think it was December. It's the tell a lie. Oh wow, it's actually from January. Can you believe it? I'm actually using a kit as soon as I get it, and it's from the Bohemian Escape. So it is beautifully pastel, so I decided that I would use it to create this layout, and I am just tearing off the pieces that I want at the top as a feature. Look at those beautiful roses on that. Isn't it gorgeous? And look what I got. I actually got one of MK's distress tools, one of the very last in this range, I believe. I'm very excited. It took me a long time. I was waiting to get one, and then I was successful, and I am so happy. So I am using it to distress the edges here. I really do like it. It actually is better in your hand. I've been using the Tim Holtz forever, and I do love that one, but this is very much more comfortable for my hand as I'm using it to work the papers, which is very, very helpful. Okay, so I am layering up my papers here, as you can see, and I'm having 2 layers with the distressing. Now you can see that it goes over the edge, and that's fine. I do want to use some of this interior color here, so I'm going to just cut out the piece that I need for my layout, and I will put that to the side. Now look at that background. Isn't it beautiful? It's got like a soft pastel leaf pattern through it. It's just stunning. And so I'm just going to put that to the side because I fussy cut out that wreath, as you can see, and all the little florals that I want to add into the layout. Now I get this kit from Uniquely Creative every month, and there are beautiful papers and beautiful patterns in it, and I have yet to use a full pack ever, which is really sad. And you get all the ephemera as well, but I didn't use any of it for this layout. I've just fussy cut all the pieces off papers, and I'm just using it to layer up across the layout. Now I'm using this scalloped strip, which is on the printable cutouts, and I'm just going to fussy cut around the edge of it, and I'm going to put that to the bottom just to add another layer of florals to this already very pretty combination of papers. So I'm just going around the scalloped edges, and that does take time, so I'm sorry that you're watching that. But as I said, this paper range is amazing, from Australia, Uniquely Creative, and there are some amazing pieces in it. Now, as I said, I don't normally use kits as kits. I usually pull and pick colours and papers and bits and pieces all the way around. I've gone back and pulled in that branding strip that I had cut off because I just didn't want that scallop edging sitting right on the edge, so I've pulled that branding strip in to give it a shelf to land on, and then build up another layer to this layout. Now look how pretty that looks. Doesn't that look amazing? And then I have this photo of myself and 2 of my daughters and my husband when we were at Wollongong North Beach and the lighthouse, and the colors in the photos are just beautifully copied and enhanced through this layout. Now I'm going to use the quote here that is about summer holidays, loving summer holidays, and I'm going to put that to the side of the wreath, and that's going to allow for another layer, another dimension to the whole overall layout. I do love the colors in this pack, and it is perfect for pastels. It's not your pinks and your blues that you normally see in the pastel range. This one's more in your beiges and peaches, and a little hint of lavender, and that's really, and it also has a little hint of a very pale turquoise, which is just stunning when it's put together. Pastels are often seen as the baby pastels, the pale pinks and so forth, and I like that this one has a different take on it. So I'm just going to glue down this fussy cut wreath, which has all those beautiful florals around it, and then I can start embellishing the layout. So for a long time I found it really hard to work papers that had all these amazing prints already done. It was like I just only need to put the photo on it, but I don't believe that's the creator's intention. So I started to watch all other creators using them and get a bit experimenting. So I'm still learning to use the more detailed papers like these and use them effectively. So that's going to be my challenge to self, to experiment and build on the papers that are already printed and decorated, really, and make them more. So I'm just trimming down the edges, and the reason I'm doing that is because I actually, you know me, need a border, and I thought I wasn't going to put one on this layout, but I actually have to. I just can't let it go without a border. So I'm going to put on a sand colored 1-inch frame around it, and that's going to draw in the sandy color in the wreath a little bit more and tie it a little bit together and make it stand you know, like as a cohesive piece. So that's always what I try to do with my layouts, is make sure that they're cohesive and that they actually are supporting, each part is supporting everything, and it's not a standalone part of the layout. So I'm putting this all in. I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting it to sit straight, but that's okay. I'll do it. That's why I'm doing one at a time, to make sure that that's happening. And that sometimes can happen when you've got different thicknesses of papers in your use. Now you can see I've needed to trim a little bit more to make sure that it fit on the paper, and I think that's basically because I didn't put the cardstock around the right way, but that's okay. It all fits now and it works nicely. So I'm just going to lift where I glued that carefully, and that's why I like using tacky glue as opposed to the Nuvo. Tacky, I would have been able to lift that quite easily. Nuvo, I needed my blade to do it, but I was lucky enough it didn't tear, so that worked nicely for me. So I'm going to now start layering up my flowers and my banners and words that I've cut. And look at this, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Are they just so nice? You'll see how I use flat and foam to pop it. I'll put in the word today there, just as a little bit of an extra title. I have a heart here that I'm going to pop up. I'm going to pop this rose up so it's part of that cluster, but it's above, and look at it, it's just padding it out that much extra. And I do like the ability to layer. It allows that texture and dimension on the layout, which I really do enjoy for my storytelling. So I'm just going to add a little bit more up here to the top in this little cluster, and I'm going to add a floral down here to the title card, and that's just going to tie it all together nicely. Now when clustering, I'm just building and making sure that I'm not covering all the important pieces of the fussy cut, but also just enhancing, because that's important as well. I love those little leaves, and the foliage, you know, always extends your pieces and takes them that little bit step further with your eye, and you can see how that brings it across to the whole page and ties all those florals together. So I'm just popping in little ones here and there. Some are flat, some are popped, some are half raised and half flat, and that's allowing for all that layering to occur naturally on the layout. So I have the 3 little butterflies which I'm going to put in onto here as well, and they're just going to add to each of those clusters, and you can see me fussing with them, trying to get them in the correct orientation and place for the layout, and I'm just loving that overall effect. So you can see how by adding just a little bit more, we've actually enhanced that paper. So I'm going to add my Nuvos, and I'm putting them as banner like pins, and also as my clusters of 3, and that's allowing for the eye to roam nicely. I'm putting them like little pins here in the corners of the tag as well, and that balances out that layout beautifully. And you'll notice that I had an odd number for the pins, so I've got 2 on the top and 3 on the bottom. That gives 5, and then I have 3 sets of 3 with the nouveaux to set up the visual triangle. Okay, last of all, I'm going to put in my date just to remember when this happened, and then I'm pretty much finished with this layout. Now, Donna Walls runs this blog, the Paper Funday challenge, and this month the focus was to use either Pretty Pink Posh or Lawn Form or the Twist pastels, and I've done the pastels. What do you think? Did I hit the target? Did I meet the brief? Is there something here that caught your fancy? Let me know in the comments down below, because I really do like seeing what works for people, what hits the mark, and what you find interesting or new or a reminder, so that you too can get creative with what you've got in your stash. Over on the blog, which all the details will be down below, you can go and play. Please play. Nobody does. I'm waiting for some scrapbook layouts to play. You can see all my layering here. You can see how the colors are picked up through that photo onto the layout, and that is a wrap for this month. So as I said, go check out the blog. The details will be down below, and you too could play along and win prizes. So go across, put a layout in. Pastels are easy to achieve. It doesn't have to be anything. You can do whatever you like, and I really do appreciate your time today watching. Thanks for coming back. Don't forget the thumbs up and the hype if you're on a digital device, and I will see you very, very soon in the next video. Happy scrapping and stay creative.